territory, the traditional territory of the Cree, Nakota, Dakota, Lakota, and the homeland of the Métis. We thank the land and the Saskatchewan rivers for sustaining life here in this territory. Prior to European settlement, this place that Prince Albert is now located was called Kastapananak. And in the Nehiyaw or Cree language, that means a great place to come and gather, or where people come to spend a long amount of time together. We are grateful to everyone who has joined us here and gathered for our Unity and Diversity Symposium.
So welcome to the 2024 Unity and Diversity Symposium, an event that unites our community and amplifies the voices of Indigenous queer speakers. We are honored and excited to have each one of you here, contributing to a celebration of diversity, inclusion, and the rich tapestry of experiences that make our community so vibrant.
It's important to us that we acknowledge the relationships that have helped us get to this part of our journey here together. We want to thank the Prince Albert Urban Indigenous Coalition for inviting us to their gathering in November to talk about Two-Spirit belonging and community. From the relationships and conversations that were born there came the idea for this symposium, to continue promoting innovative relationships, understanding, inclusion, and belonging.
Our deepest gratitude goes out to the Indigenous queer and Two-Spirit speakers who bring unique perspectives, stories, knowledge, and wisdom to the symposium. Our speakers will be sharing parts of their hearts and spirits with us today, and we are so grateful for this sacred exchange.
We have guests joining us here today from far and from near, with some traveling from British Columbia and Manitoba. We also want to thank and acknowledge all of our community members from here in Treaty 6 territory and our local guests. Everyone's presence adds immeasurable value to our symposium, and we are privileged to share this space with each and every one of you. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors and community partners who helped make this event possible. Big thank you to the Lakeland District Sport, Culture, and Recreation, Nicole, Daphne, and Aaliyah, along with their youth media team from CBYF, Prince Albert Pride, the Prince Albert Urban Indigenous Coalition, and Women and Gender Equality Canada.
Today could not have been possible without the help of our incredible organizers and our youth volunteer team. Everyone involved in this symposium has shown passion, leadership, and a commitment to community. Can I get all of our helpers and youth volunteers for today to stand up? Let's give them an applause.
We want to give a special shout out to Sky Bear for making the logo for the symposium. Isn't it amazing? And also to our youth, Justin and Casey, who sewed all of the bags for all of the presenters and speakers today. We also want to send a shout out to our host organization, the Métis Central Western Region 2, for supporting us in this journey. And we'd like to welcome Sherry McLennan, the area director, up to say some words.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I just see so many smiling and happy faces. I'm just glad you're all here. So I'm proud to have this symposium come to life here in Western Region 2. And to see the amount of support in this room here today. Diversity and difference enrich our communities and contribute to our collective strength. I'm so grateful to see so many people here who share a common commitment to fostering inclusion and celebrating diversity. Our journey towards equality and acceptance is a shared one, and events like these provide invaluable opportunities for learning and building relationships. Let's celebrate the richness that diversity brings to our lives, and in doing so, pave the way for a future where everyone, regardless of their sexual orientation or gender identity, can live authentically and thrive. Thank you for being a part of this very important event. And have fun. I know with these two, you're gonna have fun. And thank you to our amazing, amazing people who come into our office every day. Be yourself and be proud of yourself. Thanks.
Thank you, Sherry. Before we dive into the engaging discussions and empowering narratives that lie ahead, let's take a moment to just go over a few things so that the symposium runs smoothly and that it's a welcoming and respectful space for everybody. Elder Marjorie has taught us that we must connect to the heart to challenge our ways of thinking. In that spirit, we invite each of you to embrace the diversity of ideas and experiences shared today with open hearts and open minds. Let's create an atmosphere of understanding and respect for all.
Everyone's voice matters. Feel free to engage in discussion, ask questions, and contribute to dialogue. We want to make the symposium a space where everyone feels heard and valued. On your tables, you should see some question slips. If you have a question or a comment to share during the panel presentation, please write it on the slip and hold it up for one of our volunteers to come and grab. We will do our best to include all questions within the time constraints that we have. If your question is not answered, please come visit us at the breaks.
Washrooms are on this level just outside those doors. To make our space inclusive and affirming for all, we have labeled the washrooms as gender neutral with signs that specify whether it's a washroom with urinals or a washroom without. Please respect that people will be using the bathroom that best aligns with their gender identity.
If you require an elevator, they are located inside the lobby just past the security desk. The smoking section is outside. Please use the ashtrays for your butts. And we have included raffle tickets inside of everyone's name tags. And we will be doing some draws throughout the day, so hold on to your tickets. They're in the back of your thing.
As you guys saw, there were some refreshments and snacks at the back of the room. Please help yourself throughout the day. In order to minimize distractions, we do ask that while panelists and presenters are up, that we minimize movement. So please use the scheduled breaks for that purpose as much as possible. Please take a moment right now to turn your cell phones to vibrate or to silent or even turn them off. I always find it's weird, that's never an option, hey? We also have a quiet room available over there in the Kinsman room, and that's just a chill space for anyone who needs to go and decompress throughout the day. We've got some fidgets in there and also some stuff available for smudging. And Elder Liz is here somewhere. You want to throw your hand up? There she is. Who will also smudge you if you would like. We have some vendors that will be setting up along the side of the room here with some Two-Spirit youth artists. So please, during the breaks, go and check out their art. There's an ATM located just outside the doors here if you need cash, but most of them also accept e-transfer.
If you misgender someone by using the wrong pronouns and they correct you, please just simply apologize, correct the pronoun, and carry on. This helps foster an environment of acceptance and affirmation, and also of learning and relationship building.
You guys will notice there's some cameras set up, and we've also got a youth media team who's going to be walking around with cameras. We've got a couple of youth photographers here as well. And so they might approach you to ask you if you want to share some words about the symposium. If you feel comfortable sharing, that's awesome. If not, that's okay too. Or if you have something that you want to share, please approach one of the people with the camera. We'd love to hear about what your thoughts are on the symposium and be able to capture that. Your feedback is really valuable to us. We do have some surveys that we'll be handing out closer to the end of the day to help us understand how you guys felt being here at the symposium. And there's also a QR code on one of the tables at the back and at the registration table to scan for the online survey. So at this point, I'd like to invite Elder Marjorie up to help us set our intentions and open the symposium in a good way.
Am I on?
Good morning, my relatives. asked me to read poetry. I think I'm awake enough to do that. I'm not a morning person, but that's okay. It's a good day, beautiful day, and we give thanks for this time together to honor the in-between people. Dan milieu, si kam dilo. That's how they say it in Michif. Tasta I inu. Hello, cruel world. It's time for a little kindness. Show some respect for difference. Many of us never got to explore sexuality as children. Many of us were not taught about our bodies, our responsibilities, our roles, our gifts. Many of us suffered sexual abuse in residential schools, from relatives in our own homes. No one spoke up for us. Today, I salute this generation, asking for different kinds of relations, needing two-spirit gifts acknowledged. Mamata Wisisa, spiritual beings, gifted ones, wanting rites of passage, ceremonies to take our place, digging through the colonial trash, finding the original blessing, staying alive, rehoming, bringing medicine, balancing masculine and feminine, Tasta Vivinia, standing in the middle, healing our communities, making spirit whole. Creator, clean our hearts of any emotional poison that we have, free our minds from any judgment, that we can live together in complete peace and complete love with respect for difference. Open our hearts without fear to share ourselves in freedom to be who we truly are. Rally the love inside each one of us to counter the hate and fear all around and to honor the gifts of Two-Spirit. We know our names best when we are loved. Hi, hi. Hey, do I have time for just one short one?
Yeah.
One more. This has sparked me pride. Once upon a star, there was a time when the world was dark and needed a little light. And so it was, in the vast secret of the universe, a shimmering, quivering fire broke free. Stargazers often studied the heavens, hoping for a star to shine, revealing mysteries. Many stars burnt themselves out. And still, longing remained. Night covered Earth once more, and there it was. Maybe it had been there all along, but no one noticed. On that special star-filled night, hearts were gladdened, throbbing, full, and everything changed, and they knew. But they didn't live happily ever after. They had to learn to let starlight in and be starlight for each other, again and again and again. So, take care of your spark, remember your name, walk through the corridors of your heart. You are the storehouse of history with all its treasures and tatters. Search through them for what you need. turn around, reach out, sing their names, names of helpers, ancestors, children, loved ones, until at last your call is echoed, making way for new relations. Hi, hi.
Thank you, Elder Marjorie. At this time, I welcome some of our youth from our Coming In project to the stage with us to share a drum song. Yeah, maybe we'll go in front of the stage. Good idea. Yeah. So this is an Anishinaabe bear song, or the spirit bear song. And it's sung to call in the spirit of the bear to come and love and protect and help us. And it's been a really important song for our group. It's one of our favorites to sing. Many of us, our first sweat was in the Little Bear Sweat Lodge. And so we've always had a special connection with the bear spirit. Thank you so much. I believe all of those drums, almost all, if not all, were made as part of our project. So the youth each made those drums with Elder Marjorie's teachings. So they're very special to us. And drumming is a way that we share our hearts and our spirits with those that we share space with and sending out those healing vibrations. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Once again, thank you for joining us on this journey and at the Unity in Diversity Symposium. Together, we create a more inclusive and supportive community. So let's let the symposium begin.